Hey everyone, today on Living Survival we're going to take a look at the all-new Olight R50 Pro Seeker. Now we previously reviewed the R50 Seeker. The Pro model is a little bit brighter and has a little bit different charging mechanism, so let's take a look. On my left we have the previously reviewed Olight R50 Seeker. A fantastic flashlight, takes a 26-650 battery and maxes out at 2500 lumens. A great little flashlight for even EDC purposes, although it may be a little bit big for some of you, but it takes that new 26-650 battery, which I'm finding that I like a lot for the output and also for the form factor that is coming in these lights now. Now the R50 has an XHP50 LED, whereas the new Pro model has the XHP70. A little bit brighter than 2500 lumens. The Pro model jumps it up to 3200 lumens. Even though the Pro model is a little bit brighter, the standard R50 is a little bit more intense, has a tighter hotspot, and therefore throws a little bit further, 297 meters, as opposed to the 250 meters that we're going to get from the Olight R50 Pro. Form factor on the two lights is nearly identical. You have the same size reflector. You can put them head to head there, and they're exactly the same. The little heat sink here on the head is exactly the same. Pretty much all the way the same throughout the body up to the tail cap. Now the difference on the tail cap is on the standard R50, you have a removable rubber plug here, which gives you access to the mini USB. That's very handy for a survival kit or bug out bag, for example, where you already are probably going to have charging options like a battery bank, solar panel, 12 volt converter for your car, that you're going to have a micro USB plug for. The R50 Pro comes with the magnetic tail cap that just snaps on and charges the light. The drawback of that is that if you were packing this in a survival kit or bug out bag, you would have to pack the cable as well. Not so much of a big deal if you're just using this light around the home. That's how I use these magnetic charging cradles. Ever since I had my S30R2 from Olight, it came with a triangular charging cradle, and I just leave it right at home. It's something I can just bring my light home and click on if I take it, or if I'm just using it around the house, we can just leave it on the base and know that it's always going to be charged. So to some people this may be an advantage, to others it may be a disadvantage. It's the same charging system that they put on their S1R baton. I do like the magnetic charging cradle for an EDC light, something that you're going to take away from the home probably throughout the day, take it to work or leave it at work and use it throughout the day, and then be able to charge it quickly on a base, whether you leave it at your desk at work, like I said, or at home. The EDC size lights work great for that. Again, it just comes down to personal preference, whether you prefer the magnetic charging base or something that is compatible with micro USB. So we'll take a look at night shots in a moment, taking a look around the light. In case you missed the R50 video, you have this PVD coated bezel in blue, which is very nice, a orange peel reflector, and then you've got your XHP70 LED in there. Single mode button on the side, no tail clicky. Of course, you have that magnetic tail cap for the charging cable. Like I said, it does take a 26-650. Just like the regular R50, the R50 Pro is as simple to operate. Single side switch here allows you to turn the light on and off. It's got memory. It's going to click right back on to the mode that you had it. From off, you double click. That will get you into your turbo mode. In this case, it's 3200 lumens. Or from off, you triple click, and that will get you into your special mode, which is strobe. When you do turn the light on, you have 4 different brightness levels that include turbo. So we have our lowest level here, which is 60 lumens. You long press the button to switch modes. We can jump up to 400 lumens. Then we jump up to 1500 lumens, and then we jump up to our 3200 by double clicking. You can do that when it's on or off, and that will get you into its brightest mode. Just like many other high output lights that use a high discharge battery and basically overpower the LED for a period of time, it's thermally regulated and will step down after a minute and a half at the full 3200 lumens, or if you're at the 1500 lumen setting, it will step down after 10 minutes. In both cases, it will step down to 1000 lumens and then run for approximately 2 hours, 150 minutes. At the lower settings on 400 lumens, it'll run for 7.5 hours, and then on 60 lumens, it will run for 50 hours, which is pretty similar to the standard R50. Charging the light is simple. You just magnetic click it to its base here. It can be laying down. It doesn't have to be stood upright, so that is nice. You could take this in a battery pack and just shove it in your backpack or briefcase or duffel bag or anything that you have. You could just shove it right in there, and it doesn't have to be stood upright, which is nice. It can lay flat, no problem at all. It has a red LED on here to signify that it's charging. When it's fully charged, that will turn green. Inside the light, we have the 26650 battery. Now it does come with this, which is nice, 3.7 volt, 4500 milliamp hours. So a very nice high capacity battery. Again, I like the form factor of the 26650 flashlights that I've used, including the R50 and now the R50 Pro. Let's look at some night shots with the R50 Pro. This is the lowest mode, 60 lumens. You can see the immediate area in front of you, and it would be a good little camp light or all around the house light. We can go on up to the next level, 400 lumens, my favorite light level. You can sort of see the trees there off to the left, and casts a very nice wide beam where you can see a lot in front of you. Then we can jump up to 1500 lumens. Again, very nice wide beam. Lights up the immediate area. Not quite making it down to those trees. We can light up the trees next to us, but a very nice beam. Then we can jump up to our turbo, and we're just barely touching the trees down there. You can see the sign lighting up down there. Let's see if we can see the light poles. Yep, we can see the light poles. And again, just a very nice wide beam. This would make a very nice security guard light, law enforcement light, where you're looking around buildings or having to look into yards where distance isn't necessarily something that you need. Just saw a pair of eyes down there. I'm sure it is a deer. All right, so looking at the R50 Pro on the left versus the regular R50, again, much tighter beam. So you have more of a hot spot there, less flood. Up close, you can see that it's a little bit brighter, even though it is less lumens. Having that more focused beam makes it look brighter closer up. Step up to the next lumen level. They look pretty similar at this lumen level. To raise them up a little bit, you can see that the R50 regular shoots just a little bit further. We're talking 297 meters versus 250 meters of the Pro. Step up again on into the high. Pretty equal there on both lights. They look pretty equal around the perimeter, although the Pro does have just a little bit wider spill on the light. Jump up into turbo on both lights. Again, very similar, even all the way down. I've got some more eyes down there. Not sure you can make it out on camera. You can see the reflection off the sign there to the left, and then right in the middle. There we go. There is a pair of eyes. Must be some deer moving through the field down there. Here we can do some building shots. This is the low. Then we have the medium. I really like the beam on this light. Gives you the perfect amount of spill. Then we have the high. Again, really nice light for if you were like a security guard or police officer. Then we can bump up to our turbo. Could look in the backyards and really light up the front of buildings. Nice form factor, nice and small. That's what I really like about these 26650 lights. There is Mrs. Deer making her way over to the woods. So what should you choose, the R50 or the R50 Pro? It really comes down to two things, which LED you want and which charging system you want. Otherwise, they're pretty similar on all other aspects. So the R50 Pro is going to give you a little bit wider beam, a little bit more floody beam, and give you the capability of using that magnetic charging base. Or you could choose the regular R50, which is going to give you a little bit tighter hotspot, a little further throw, and use the more traditional micro USB charging in the tail cap of the light. Personally, I don't really have a preference. I do like it to be a little bit more floody in a light this size. I'll use my larger lights, my super throwers, if I want a really tight hotspot. Otherwise, with this size light and even down into my EDC sized lights, I really just like it to have more of a flood. It's just more practical for camping use, hiking, backpacking, around the home, and just general flashlight use. I do, however, like that the regular R50 has the charging in the tail cap with micro USB. That to me is very handy. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment below in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Please give it a big thumbs up for me. Make sure you share this video to your friends and family on your social media. I'm going to leave a few recent videos down below here. You can click on either one to check those out. And my big old head is going to be down here as well. Go ahead and click on that to subscribe to my channel.